it's Amanda. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're starting a little vlog. Alright friends, it is, what is today? Thursday, the 6th of November. Where has the year gone, my friends? Anybody else? We looking at Christmas. So, yeah, just took Amanda to school, and, you know, kind of like I said in my last video, we're just filming when we get a chance. So, thank you so much to everybody who has commented and watched the last video I put up. Wow, which actually the last video I put up that you probably saw was the wrap up, but I'm talking about the video that just went up this week, which was the conviction chat, all about Booktube and things that have been going on in our life, and just, it was just such a anxious thing for me to put that out there, and I had so much anxiety. I put it out a day early. I mean, I had it ready. I had it ready on Sunday night, and I was like, oh my goodness, every day I just like, okay, I'm gonna post it, I'm gonna post it, I'm gonna post it. And then like Wednesday come, and I was like, I'm posting it. So yeah, thank you so much for all your comments. Like, wow, I haven't even been able to respond to all of them. I couldn't imagine the like traction the video got. Like, I just didn't, I mean, normally those videos don't get a lot of views, which is fine. And y'all really just encouraged me in the comments, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, wow. I mean, one friend sent me a message on Instagram and, you know, asked for prayers for her mom, and it just made me tear up because she felt the Lord like leading her to have a little song, and so she played the piano for me on this little voice memo, and it just made me cry because like that's what this is all about, is the community, the connection, the prayers, the friendships made, the messages that mean so much. And like, it was just, whoa, with his phone, they said, my sentimental moment does not need to get ruined, okay? I did buy me a little phone thing, you guys, so this won't happen. So I'm getting a new phone, you guys, so I'm excited about that. Sun's coming in. But I got like a little MagSafe thing that you can put on your dashboard. So hopefully that works for better filming. Let me, hold on. All right, we on the straight and narrow again. But I did get me a new phone, or not did, I will get me a new phone for this thing. So we don't have it. I have like a good setup in this Subaru car because it can just like sit here and whatever, you know. But it does move around when you move. So yeah. But what I was saying was, I'm so just thankful for you guys. That's what it's all about, like just those comments and the prayers and just sharing our love for the Lord and for good, clean fiction and Christian fiction. And just, yeah, and I felt so strongly I had to share what was on my heart, and I had no notes, just let the Lord lead me. And I just am so thankful that everything kind of came across. I was so nervous. I was like, people are gonna be like, you know, but no, not even one bad comment. So much encouragement, and I'm just so grateful for you guys. So all that out the way to say, I want to do like a little vlog of something just to like chat about what no, see, this won't happen, I promise. This will not happen. I don't want to be a distracted driver either. Which, I'm in a small town, I know where I'm going, you know, I'm paying attention. But yeah, it'd be nice to have like a little thing that I don't have to worry about it. Anyway, thought I would do a little video just to chat about some of the books, or actually the book I'm reading. Something really exciting that I now am a partner with, all the things. I'll probably do a separate video on that whenever I have some time to share some of the supplies and things, all that. I'm going to share that here in just a little minute and whatnot. So first up, the book I'm reading right now is Prowl by Colleen Coble. This is book 2 in her Sanctuary series, and I'm listening to the audiobook. I didn't pre-order this one or anything like that. Just didn't really want to own it, but I have read Ambush and really enjoyed it. So you do need to read Ambush before you read this one, I think. But this book started off with a bang. Like, I was like, what? Oh, girl. So we are with our characters Blake, which, you know, the hubs, he done said any book with a character named Blake is automatically 5-star for him. But not that he reads, but he done said that in the last vlog, so you know. But Blake and Paradise, the girl's name's Paradise, cracks me up. But they work on The Sanctuary. It was a second chance romance for them in the first book, and so now we're in book 2, where we're continuing on. She was like a single mom, and so like they have their romance kind of back together. I'm pretty sure it was second chance, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, so they're on The Sanctuary, and this book started off with, I think it was a tiger or something. Yeah, killed this woman, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, we have started off with some suspense, mystery, what is happening? I need to know. So that was wild. And then we moved into who did this, why was she, what was this woman's like purpose, like why was she in this place at this certain time, who was involved, all that, right? So they're trying to figure that out, because it was on the sanctuary lands, and like all the things of like, is someone after her, you know, Paradise, was this like, you know, all this stuff. So because they were finding emails and things like connecting with her, it was just a whole thing. I'm not even making any sense, but there's a connection because her parents were killed years ago, and then she has a missing brother. There's all these things happening, and so she had got some results in an email, and that for like DNA test results to find her brother, and like they're missing. So that's kind of like what's all been set up in the beginning of this book, and I need to know. It's a Christian romantic suspense. Colleen Coble usually has really good narrators too for her audiobooks. So this is a new release that somehow on Libby I got like the day it came out. So you can always go to Libby if you didn't know, and if you search new releases, guys, you can like search a new release that's going to say coming on a certain day, and you can hit notify me, and when you get notified you can go borrow it. So sometimes I don't always get them on the day of release because other people have put holds on them, but occasionally I'm the first one, and I don't know. Anyway, I think with Christian fiction too, it's not like, you know, very, very popular secular fiction where you can't get a hold of the book you want. So, you know, it's one of those things. What am I saying? I got a message on Instagram. Anyway, but yeah, it's like a little bit easier to probably get them on release day sometimes if you get the notify me thing. I've had good luck with not having to wait too long at my library. So anyway, there's that. So I need to know, the girl was getting Paradise got my nerves just a little bit, because I'm like, girl, somebody after y'all, and you over here trying to be Miss Thing, boys trying to protect you, and you're like, I'm good. Like, I'm like, no, you ain't good. And then things happened, and she realized she wasn't good, needed to be, you know, taking his advice. So that was short-lived. So yeah, it's given like a 4-star right now. Second thing I want to share is I have been accepted to the Daily Grace Company like collaboration program. Anybody who has a platform that wants to apply for that, I'll leave the information down below if you guys are interested to apply. It's through this Shopify collabs thing. So I'm excited about it. I had seen several of my friends were a part of it recently, and I was like, well, I'm going to try that out too, because honestly, anything that I honestly enjoy, you know, you guys have seen me talk about the Daily Grace Company here on the channel. I was like, didn't even know they had a program, an affiliate program where you could partner with them, and I'm not about partnering with something I don't believe in. Like, I've genuinely spent my own money on their products and enjoyed it, and it's a really good website for like Bible study resources, and they have deep discounts like all the time, warehouse sales, things like that. So I will be doing a separate video, probably just chatting about, I think I've got one book coming from them that I accepted as a gift for entering into the program, which is nice. Which is funny because I actually just saw the book yesterday on their Instagram, and I hearted the post because I was like, oh, that looks good. And then I was like, oh, cool. So that was the gift that they were going to send me. And so I will, I already have though a link that if you guys are interested, there's no pressure to like spend money, by the way, ever. Like, it's just for you guys if you are really interested. Like, just take that with a grain of salt. But that's with anything. I think if any type of person who has a platform has a coupon code, and you genuinely are interested, then that's a good perk for both people, right? Because it's like a little bit of a commission that person can get, and I've never had anything like this on the channel. It's just like a way you can support a creator, because I've used other people's codes for other platforms plenty of times as well that I was genuinely interested in purchasing. So don't want you to think it's like some weird thing, but like, don't feel like you have, I'm not encouraging consumerism by any means, but if you are interested, I do have that now, so that's really cool. So I will leave the link in the description, and it's Book Lover Amanda is the code. So to get 10% off your order, it's just a one-time use for your order. So either way, I'm excited about that participation and that program and all the things to come in the future for that. But I have a lot of their daily devotions and their memorizing scripture books, the like their Bible handbook even. Like, I'm going to get all the resources of things I have purchased from them in the past, and I'm going to put it in a video. So that'll come soon. Also coming soon will be a Crossway Bible video. I talked about that already, so I'm working on that because I got some spiral bound Bibles that I want to share here on the channel, and I want to do like a Bible journaling thing. And kind of like I said in that last video though, like, who knows when it's going to come, if I get time. But maybe on the weekend after little man goes to bed, I can kind of do a little setup and talk for maybe 10 minutes about the Bibles, link those. That's not an affiliate program by any means, but that's just something that they sent me to like review on the channel and to share with you guys. And then if you're interested, I will of course leave the links and things like that in the description. But again, never any pressure to purchase anything. When I feel like when someone, a creator, has a code, a coupon code or a link, like, that's just a way to support them. And if that, you know their heart, you know who they are truly, and you know that they're being genuine, then I'm cool with that. I have issues with that sometimes when it's like, okay, you don't really use this stuff, you know what I mean? But for me, I genuinely support like Crossway, who has Christian resources, Bibles, all the things, books and whatnot. And then Daily Grace Company, I've been buying from them for years, you know, and have loved some of the studies I've done with them. So yeah, I've even talked about it early on in my channel. Like, one of my first videos years ago was sharing some Bible studies that I had like a long time ago, and the Daily Grace Company was one of them. So yeah, wow, we like, what, 12 minutes in or something? I'm surprised I can talk. Listen, we just gonna talk on the way to work every day at this point. Like, what? I just feel like so easy to talk to you guys, so it's fun in the car. So anyway, that's kind of some updates. Again, I just wanted to share some exciting things that I have been able to be a part of, and resources for you guys as well coming on the channel. I'm so excited to do some more posts on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's always in the description box below. Same with Goodreads. I have a reading blog where I post all of my book reviews, and I usually do a lot of graphics and things on Canva and whatnot. But I also have a Facebook page. But Instagram, I've been doing a lot of recommendation posts. So if you are someone who's on Instagram, please come join the fun at Book Lover Amanda. Again, all the resources of that and where you can find me, social links, are in the description as always. But I am so excited about doing some Christmas book recommendation posts. I've got several that I'm going to do, and different Christian fiction rec posts and things like that. So that's something I've been working on as well. So anyway, that's it for me. I'll update you guys as soon as I have a little more to chat about. So yeah. Hey y'all, today is Saturday and I'm heading to Walmart to get some groceries. I normally don't go there, but I need to get some supplements and other things for me and the hubs, and, you know, just like stuff we normally get at Walmart. I usually go to Publix or sometimes Aldi or even Kroger. That's kind of like my go-to on the groceries. Love Aldi, but sometimes I can't get everything there, you know. I don't love their dairy as much. But anyway, I'm going to try my hand over here at Walmart. I'm not really a big Walmart girly when it comes to groceries, but we're just doing the best we can. Yeah, of course the phone's falling. I still don't have my new phone, friends. I'll get it later. Next week. I'm getting it next week. So, and I hadn't put that thing up here, so, you know. This is so chaos. I tried to move really slow. Did y'all see that? I did. Anyway, I am going to Walmart, and yeah, I know I haven't talked about the health journey in a while, you know. Several of y'all have asked. I have been back at it the last month or so, trying to just, you know, walk and do better. The summer was really hard for me because it was so hot. I know I was making excuses, but let me just say, I am, you know, in my workout era again and health era again. I know it's literally like a journey forever. I had lost, what, almost 30 pounds, and I gained 10 back. And so, you know, actually I think it was more like 15, and I lost another 5 pounds here recently. So just working on things the best I know how. You know, trying to make sure levels of cholesterol and things are going to be good. I have my checkup again, annual checkup, you know, soon. I'm not real sure how that's going to go. A little nervous about it. I'm sure they are not as good. Okay, we're here at Walmart, and so no worries. Letting people go, stop and go. You know how it goes. You try to let people cross. We'll see how that goes. But I'm just here, you know, like, things with my little man, kind of like I talked about, like, it's been really hard to be in the kitchen because he's just, like, you know, really wanting to pull you away and not letting you, like, kind of do any meal prep and cooking and things like that. So I'm going to try my best to get back at, like, the overnight oats we were making, and, you know, just some of the, I don't even know what to say, like, some of the sheet pan meals. Like, it's been kind of hard to cook with him around. He's kind of fixated in that regard, so we're just doing the best we can. I know I wasn't looking at the camera, I was trying to focus on driving. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. That's just an update on that. You saw me, I did put a little clip in here of me working out on the treadmill, and it was hard because I just hadn't been doing it as much. I mean, I've been walking outside because it's been nice during the fall, but y'all, it took me out. I did a big incline. You know, that was a hard workout. So I just can't run as much like I would love to. It just takes me out so much. But I mean, I can run for like a couple minutes, and then I'm like, okay, I can't do no more. And I just have to do like a brisk walk, but that's okay. But I thought, okay, I'm gonna try inclining. That really was a workout, so that was good. Anyway, yeah, still reading Prowl by Colleen Coble. I did not get hardly any reading done this week, and that's okay. That's why I'm still listening to. No physical reading has been done. You know how it is. I'm gonna be listening to the audiobook while I'm in here at Walmart shopping around. Sometimes, yeah, that's how we get some books read. We listening and doing, honey. But that's it for me. I will update you guys later. All right, y'all. I did a pre-order of Jaye Knight's new book that's coming out, or is already out, I think, called Alliance Bride. Jaye Knight, Jayel Knight. It looks good, don't it, Bubs? He thought it looked cool. So it come with this, so it's like a special pre-order package. So it came with, of course, the book that's signed, May Faith Be Your Shield, Psalm 3:3. She signed it. It had come with this, like a photo print of the cover. I love this cover so much. And it's signed, thank you so much for supporting my work. These sticky notes, we love good annotations, okay? And then this bookmark is gorgeous. A kingdom in danger, a marriage born of duty, a love neither expected. So, love that. And then, of course, this is like a print for the book. Artwork, I love the artwork. It's gorgeous. Who's it by? Artwork by Lee Rain S, I guess. Anyway, I'll leave her website down below, Jaye Knight. And, of course, these stickers are awesome. Fantasy. And it came with, like, a button somewhere. There's like a, well, where'd that button go? Who knows? The buttons are on here somewhere. Oh yeah, here it is. So, love that so much. This book sounds like a marriage of convenience. So yeah. Hey, little man. Okay. Good morning, friends. It is Sunday morning. We're going to church today, so I cannot wait. Just kind of relaxing as best I can this morning. Little man, he's over here just hanging out. Took me a shower this morning. You just saw me kind of getting up, getting ready, all the things. Just kind of, it's like 7 in the morning, so we usually go to the 11 o'clock service. Honey, he is.
What?
He needs help. So anyway.
Oh
no.
Oh,
You and this tablet, buddy. All right, sorry. I am going to get me another cup of coffee, though. Gotta dry my hair and stuff before we go to church. We usually go to 11 o'clock, I think is what I was trying to say. And I didn't get to finish kind of showing you that Jaye All Night book, but I will link it down below if you guys check out. It looks like it was going to be like a marriage of convenience, Nordic, like romantasy. It's definitely no spice. So she's the author who wrote Resistance, which was a Christian fantasy, non-magical fantasy. So I'm looking forward to seeing this new series. I still need to finish that series. I only read the first 2 books, but I had to get this because like the cover, the story, I love a good marriage of convenience. You already know. So, but wanted to share with you guys, I did make some overnight oats again. So we love to see it. Got me some oats. We got some chocolate chips. Oh, we're spilling. Listen, nothing is perfect right here at this point. Anyway, so got some chocolate chips, some oats, almond milk, and I think that's about it, really. Oats, almond milk, honey, maple syrup, and chocolate chips. So that's all I'm going to eat for breakfast. I always try to eat before we go to church because, listen, I'll be in that church service and I'll be hungry. So I'm like, I need to make sure I eat. So I don't like gorge myself later. So anyway, yeah, that's about it here. I will probably try to finish Coble's book today in this video today. And I need to, at some point, next like sit down video I want to try to do, I don't know where it's going to be, will be like a Christmas book recommendation. So we'll see how that goes. I'll see him. Come here, honey. Y'all want to see him. I tried to show y'all guys in that previous clip, this morning, like my new, Christmas blanket I got from Sam's. It was so cute. Look, it's trying to blur me. It's got like, look at him, his music, sorry, his show. It had like cats with Christmas lights around it. Super cute. Look. He wakes me up like every day, you guys, at like 4 o'clock wanting cuddles. That's literally all he wants is cuddles. He's the sweetest cat, but I'm usually like, sir. So, all right.
Church for years come to me. In the years I've pastored this church, I've had people say, I've been out of church for years, had no desire to go to church, and when they told me about their church, I don't blame them. They were raised in churches. I've had them sit in my office and explain it to me, that the people they went to church with were miserable. It was all about don't do this and don't do that. And they said, I've had people tell me, we weren't allowed to go to any movie, even if it was a clean movie, not allowed to go to movies. Not allowed to bowl, can't bowl, and you definitely can't go skating. There is demons in them wheels. Them is some unholy rollers right there, baby. That's stupid. That's not God. You can't, I've studied this book now for 35 years. Listen, I got a lot to learn, but I've learned a lot. You can't find that. You know what that is? That's religion. That's about God without God. Listen, God is not against, when I say movies, I'm talking about clean movies, not, of course, vulgar and all that. But he's not against your family going bowling. He's not against you going to the lake. He's not against you skating. Listen, God is not against you having pleasure. He's not. Here's what he's against. I'll tell you what he's against. He's against us just elevating worldly pleasure over a godly purpose. He wants godly purpose to be elevated over worldly pleasure. Does that make sense, everybody? And honestly, we get out of whack most of the time. So with God, I want to make this clear. With God, on the earth, pleasure is not excluded. He just wants to be included. Psalm 16, verse 11. Notice this. You will show me the way of life. How you want to know the way of life? Here it is. The author of life, the one who created all this, is going to tell you the way of life. Here it is. Granting me the joy of your presence and the pleasures of living with you forever. That right there tells me God wants you to be a happy camper. Moses practiced this. To take the tent of meeting and set it up some distance from the camp. Now what's the tent of meeting? It's where he met with God. Everyone who wanted to make a request of the Lord would go to the tent of meeting. Notice where it was at, outside the camp. That's important. Whenever Moses went out to the tent of meeting, all the people would get up and stand in the entrances of their own tents. They would all watch Moses until he disappeared. As he went into the tent, a pillar of cloud would come down, hover at its entrance, and while the Lord spoke to Moses, when the people saw the cloud standing at the entrance of the tent, they would stand and bow down in front of their own tents. Inside the tent of meeting, the Lord would speak to Moses face to face as one speaks to his friend. Afterward, Moses would return to the camp, but the young man who assisted him, Joshua, son of Nun, wonder how he got there, but anyway, that's another point, would remain behind in the tent of meeting. First of all, I want you to notice, it's pretty important. The Bible says that Moses would go into this tent and he would encounter God's presence, and then Joshua would go in there with him, and he so loved God's presence that even when Moses left, it says Joshua remained there in his presence. No wonder God made him the next leader. And no wonder he was the leader that led him into the promised land, because he just loved God's presence. So here's what I wanted to ask you before we leave. It's an important question to ask me and to ask you. Do you have a tent of meeting? Do you have a tent of meeting? What I mean, a place where you go to where you pull away from the distractions. It said the tent was outside the camp. Do you have a place you go to where you pull away from the distractions of the world, where you get away from your phone, where you get away from Facebook and X and all that stuff? I'm not saying you can't have that stuff, but do you ever get away to a tent of meeting and meet with God? It's a good place to make decisions. Don't make your decisions on X. Come on, there's too much of that stupid stuff. Who cares what all those people think? What's God got to say to you? Listen, God, here's what I know. Here's what I know. Not just because my Bible teaches it, but I've experienced it. Not always, and sometimes I'm not as faithful as I should be, but I have experienced it. Here's what I know. God still will meet with people who want to meet with him. He said, seek me and you will find me. He's not a liar. If you've never found him, it's probably because you've never really sought him. God still meets with people who want to meet with him, who will step outside the camp and meet his face. Here's what I will say. This is what I wrote down this week. Here's what I wrote down this week. We all, every one of us, including pastors, we all need presence tense in the present tense. We all need presence tense in the present tense. What do I mean? I mean every day you need a time you meet with God. Why? Because there's going to be some God-sized problems come to your life. There's going to be some God-sized decisions come to your life. Here's the question. What will happen if we decide to go inside and meet with God daily? What will happen if we decide to go inside and meet with God daily? Here's what happens. Psalm 103, verse 7. He made known his ways to Moses, his acts to the children of Israel. Here it is. Because Moses would go into the tent. They were all invited to go in. Most of them just didn't want to. But it says Moses would go in, and it was in that tent that he spoke to God. And it says that Moses got to know his ways, but it says the children of Israel just saw God's acts. You know, I can say that's probably many in the church. They see God's acts, but they don't really know his ways. Many Christians today, here's what I wrote down, are informed, but they're still not transformed. Why? Because it all matters. Do you go in the tent? Because see, if you come outside the camp, they had religious services back then. So here's the thing. The difference between Moses and the people, they saw God's acts. Moses knew his ways, knew God's ways. And here was the difference. They were informed. He was transformed. They were informed. Which one are you? Are you informed? If you come here every week, I'm going to inform you. But I can inform you. Only God can transform you. And you've got to meet with him. My whole goal is to provoke you toward God.
Hey. Just leaving church, y'all. Pokemon.
Old man with us, so he had fun at church.
He had fun. They said he had a ball. He was really happy. What about you, Hubs? What do you think?
It's good.
Tell the people what you thought.
I mean, I don't know if Amanda touched, but the sermon's titled "Happy Camper," and
I talked about that, I think, in one of my videos.
Yeah, and the whole premise of it is like we should not live for God, but live with God. And so it's like, kind of like let that sink in at first. You're like, wait, what? And you're like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. It's kind of like, you know, we go out and we want to enjoy the things we want to do, but we need to, you know, allow God in. Let God be with us, not just, once on a Sunday or once whenever. And I've certainly struggled with that. I've never been like, oh, that makes a lot of sense, because it's almost like you go to church, you do your prayer, whatever, and then it's like things get hectic in life and you kind of forget about it, or at least I do. Maybe not everybody does.
I think it's a struggle. It's a daily struggle. It's a struggle to just remember to just think for a minute and remember he's right there with you in the midst of the struggle and the pain and the craziness, the chaos.
Yeah, it's...
that's where it's like you got to be mindful and just circle back in your heart to him. That's the hard part.
Because living for God is just religion itself and the law, but it's not the purpose of a lot, actually.
Your relationship.
God wants you to be happy on earth, but not in a sinful way. It's kind of my understanding of it.
And he cares about our happiness, but he wants us to be with him in
He just wants you to go. He wants to go with you.
Yeah, he wants to be involved in it.
Our pastor Bobby's like, if you go to the lake, take me with you.
Yeah,
that's all he's like. He wants to go with you.
He's in the car with me every single day. That's what he was saying.
So unless you hear it, it's almost like, oh, that makes a lot of sense, because it's something that I've never done. It's like, well, I just kind of go to church.
It's all about growing. Hubs, we ain't perfect. No, that's why we need.
And I asked Amanda, I was like, well, what does that look like? Maybe it's just prayer or talking to God on the way, whatever it is you're doing, maybe. At least for me, what does that look like?
Yeah, it's worship music on the way somewhere, just thanking God, praising Him before you leave the house, praying over your drive and over your day, and talking to Him driving to work, or whatever that looks like. He's in the midst of it all, And so, I'm so glad we went. We've been going for the last couple of months. I told you guys already in the last video, and little man's doing good because they have a special needs ministry. I did record some of the message. I don't know what I'll put in here, but I'll link it down below if you guys want to check it out. They our pastor's always on fire for the Lord. It's just so good. He was sorry, Hubs.
Well, I was just gonna say well, go ahead and finish your...
I was just gonna say our pastor, he used to be on drugs when he was young, and he went to a program called Teen Challenge, and he got clean and sober, and he found his purpose and calling in life. And he always talks about where the Lord brought him out of that, and how he was able to, he searched and searched for happiness his whole life, and then he never found it, and until he found presence with the Lord. So
yeah, it's almost like we want to seek everything that's pleasurable in our life. I mean, that's, I guess you would say, human nature, but we could search forever and then truly be miserable, right?
Without him, we got nothing. And that's why I talked about that in that video, y'all. That last video that got so much traction, and y'all were just commenting. I still got to respond. You guys have just been so amazing in the video. The conviction city, of my happiness does not need to be put in on this YouTube channel. My happiness is with the Lord, and remembering the purpose of the channel is to exalt and elevate Him, not me. It's not an Amanda show. This is Jesus. It's all for Jesus, you know? And so, yeah, like, where's our happiness come? It ain't in the numbers. It ain't in the stats. It ain't in none of that stuff. It's all in what the Lord is doing in our life and in our community. And it's everybody in a collective manner and all of our channels, you know, of what we're doing online and just our daily life, and not forgetting that, like, don't elevate it before your relationship with the Lord. So, yeah, we'd love to see it.
Yeah, I think just, you know, as you, in your walk to find Jesus and knowing him, I think just allowing him in has kind of just been, you know, it's been my struggle, not because I don't want to, it's just because of, you know, just changing my whole mindset, I guess. Like, a lot of times I'd be living for me, and my biggest thing is, you know, I need to, you know, be more giving. And I've talked to Amanda about this. My biggest struggle is, you know, stop living for me, but living for others. I mean, that's what Jesus did, right? I mean, he died on the cross for all of us.
We all,
so it's
not just you. I mean, we all have a selfish sin nature. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Look.
So,
the devil trying to stop his video. We ain't having that.
Satan's always,
listen.
You know, he's here to kill, steal, and destroy.
Yeah, I mean, like, we all have a sinful, selfish, flesh nature, but you know what? The Lord takes that all from us. Jesus came, he took that from us, and we can find true joy and presence and happiness in him.
So,
and
like,
when you seek him, all that stuff's just going to naturally change. You know what I'm saying? Like, the selfishness will fall away, and you will want to do for others.
So,
that's just a process.
For me right now, like today, you know, my dad said, hey, I need help building this. So I feel like today, even me going over there to offer a hand is more of a giving nature. Whereas before, the old me would be like, I don't feel like doing that.
Right.
I'm tired. I don't feel like doing that. That's what Satan wants, right?
Yeah,
so even
he
me,
wants
like,
us to
I'm
be
like,
all
all
about
right,
ourselves.
well, let me go over there, because I mean, I'm not working today. There's no reason why I can't go over and help, right? Other than myself.
Yeah.
So whether he's like, oh, he might be like, I don't feel good, but at least I offered.
Yeah. Well,
That's what I'm trying to.
That's
what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be more like that, because Amanda is so good at it. I tell her all the time. She's the most giving person I know, other than Jesus. But I tell her that all the time.
I'm not perfect. I still got room to grow. Conviction. That's where conviction comes in, and he continues to edify us and refine us every single day.
Sorry.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go in here.
All right.
Faith chats with the hubs.
This was a heart check.
This is a heart check for the hubs and me.
You know, just be praying for it. We're praying for you, who have, you know.
Yeah, we love you guys. So thank you for always watching and supporting us. So, yeah. All right, y'all. So just waiting on the hubs to get back in the car.
Daddy! Daddy!
I know, Daddy's in there with Pops. Anyway, he's ready for him to get here. But we've been over here for like an hour and a half. He's been helping him put something together. What is it, honey?
Fix it!
Fix what?
Fix it. Oh no.
Let me see, honey.
Beautiful fix.
These tablets are going to be the death of me.
Oh,
He's like, fix. Oh no.
A tablet.
A tablet. Love the little chat with Blake though, y'all. Like, that was awesome.
Tablet.
Need more of that here on the channel. I don't know what happened to this, bud.
No.
I mean, what?
No.
Alright, anyway.
Tablet.
Here, honey. It don't have nothing on it. I'm not connected to the internet, son.
Restart Blake.
Restart Blake. He knows Blake's name. Okay, so anyway, I just thought I'd tell y'all, I did finish reading Prowl by Colleen Coble today before we went to church, and I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I already wrote my review this morning. I thought it was pretty good, well-rounded continuation in the series. I definitely recommend it as a Christian romantic suspense. As far as content, you know, it does deal with like death of parents a little bit here and there, because she's trying to like figure out who killed her parents and some secrets about DNA testing for a sibling and things like that. Like, that's kind of in this, the beginning of book 2. And I mean, it's not real spoilers or anything. Like, she's just trying to figure out what's going on with that. And then of course we have the murder of someone that passed away we have the murder of, what am I saying? Somebody got murdered at the beginning of the book. Hello, in the tiger thing or whatever. Listen, Words are not processing. But all that was coming up, and like by the end I was like, what? It was high stakes, high suspense, good romance, you know. But yeah, I thought it was good. So another good book by Colleen Coble and whatnot. So anyway, that's it for this vlog. I'm just gonna wrap it up. I thought I'd wrap it up before we go. You'll see this hopefully this week. We'll see. I don't really know what's coming out, but wrap up comes out tomorrow, so fun about that. But yeah, like I said, we're just filming when we can, right? In the car, everything, honey. Thank you for being here. Appreciate y'all so much. I love y'all so much. P.S. I just found out that the Reader Rendezvous is gonna be in Nashville next year. In November next year. Listen, that is like, if you didn't know, Just Read Tours, I think it is, and Reader Rendezvous. There's like it's like a little conference for readers and stuff. I'm gonna try to go. I can't not go. That's in my back door. Like, that's gotta be, I gotta go, friends. So they just had their conference, and like all these Christian fiction authors go, and clean authors. Like, what? That's the Lord putting that in my path, honey. Because he knows, the Lord knows I can't be traveling out of state to go meet these authors. I knew the right time would come, and I think this may be it. So that's going to be something I'm going to be keeping my eye on. Oh my goodness. It's like tied in with the Christie Award stuff. I need to know. I need to go. I cannot wait.
There's Aiden.
I'll be keeping my eyes peeled on that. Anyway, I love you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let's chat in the comments. As always, talk in the comments as always. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.